And welcome in everybody live from Legends Bar in Boardman, Ohio. It is the South Range Raiders show with Dan Yeagley. Oh my goodness, it's championship edition here. Keep it going for this guy up here. We've got a full restaurant full of people in burgundy and gold. We started this off and it was just a hope and a prayer, and Rick Friday and I talked and we said, hey, you think we can get South Range to back this? And you look around here, week 16, and I think that's a positive yes, my friend.
It's awesome. It really is. All these people, it's fantastic. And thanks to Rick and Legends for getting us here.
And Nicole and Megan and all the bartenders and
we
wait
run
staff.
Them ragged. I mean, they work so hard.
All right, week 16. It's hard to believe. We are going to be, by the time we snap that ball on Friday, we're in December. First time, right? Ever?
Yes. Oh,
that South Range has played in December?
Yeah, first time ever.
So when you think about that, all this well-deserved, my friend. When you think about that, I mean, we just talked about how fast the season went. We were getting ready for Springfield. We were cooking steaks for the Penn Ohio game, and the next thing you know, boom, we're here. It's week 16, a state championship. Did you ever think, honest to Pete, did you ever think in your crazy mind that you'd be sitting here week of a state championship?
You always hope that. I mean, that's our goal all the time. And, you got to set your goals high, and your goal is always to get to that final week and play for that state title. But, it takes a special group of young men to do that. And I, blessed with a very special group of young men led by 20 seniors that are fantastic. And, they set their goals high, and, they were very focused and very purpose-driven to get there, and they knew what they had to do, and they got it done. And like I said, I'm so proud of those guys. They're fantastic. They've done everything that we've asked for more than 16 weeks, which is crazy. And to stay focused for that long, it's very tough. And they've done everything that we've asked, like I said, and then some, and then more, and came back and responded with everything. And here we are. Going to be playing in December, playing for a state title, and nothing's more deserving for these young men because they're fantastic. They really are.
I never get tired of talking to you, but I had no words, first off, because I was trying to compose myself as I was coming down to the field. But in watching the interview and being part of that interview scrum after the game, you said something that really kind of hit home for me was, this isn't just for these guys, for these 20 seniors, for these 66 or so young men. This is for everybody that wore a Raider jersey before. Can you elaborate on that?
It is. And, it's funny. I talked to a bunch of my past players. When you coach a long time, you got a lot of past players. Talking to a lot of them, and they were wishing us good luck and not realizing, I kept on telling them, I said, this isn't just for us. It's for all of us. It's for everybody. All those teams that didn't get there, all those teams that fell short, all those teams that set their goals high and just didn't accomplish that last game for whatever reason. And sometimes we ran across some good teams, and that happens. And this is for them. And we always tell the players all the time at the beginning of the year, we're playing not just for the people in this locker room, we're playing for the people that have played before and the people that are going to play after. And, we're building a program. That's part of being a program, part of being part of a special program that, we're playing for, the Scott Valentines and the David Rocks and those people that have been there and played in those games and not finished, not been able to finish. And that's who we're playing for. We're playing for all those guys. And we're playing for the young guys. We're playing for our ball boys who someday will be that are going to experience this just like us, that are going to be wearing the burgundy gold later on. That's who we're playing for. We're playing for everybody. And even more than that, South Range schools and these wonderful people. I mean, our support group and the community is just phenomenal. I mean, you'll see it Friday morning. We'll have a great crowd there, people cheering us on. And, it takes a lot. We got parents, we got the moms and the dads that feed us every Thursday. We got them cheering us on. We got them here. I mean, they come here to support the players and show them that how much South Range means to all of us. And it's pretty special.
It is special.
Very special.
It's special with all these people, but I got to tell you, Coach, the bandwagon is open and everybody's loving on South Range because everybody's rooting for the Burgundy and Gold. What does that mean for you to have the entire Northeast Ohio region just say, we're with you, we're behind you?
It means a lot. I mean, we've been blessed. We've been in the playoffs a lot, and we played a lot of these other teams. And you lose to some, and you beat some, and you lose with character, and you win with character, and you let them know that they all have good teams, and everybody's fighting for the same goal. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you try to make friends along the way. You make friends with people that you don't even know. Liberty Center was very gracious after the game Friday night, and and we returned it. Very gracious too, and it's a great program, and we played very, very well that night, and came away with a big win. And it just the little things like that. So you build friends, and you hope that they support you throughout this. And right now, and I think Northeastern Ohio appreciates South Range and appreciates, the hard work. They understand what these kids do, and they understand that, when you get that special group coming through, especially those 20 seniors, that it makes it even more special. And that's who we're playing. We're playing for this group, and this group's done everything, like you said, everything we've asked to get to this point, and we're playing for all those other teams, all the past and the present. So it's pretty awesome. It's awesome.
Let's talk about that game on Friday because it was a little bit of a jaunt. I would say 2.5 hours or so on a bus. Usually, when you talk about that travel time, it affects the play, but Friday tells us otherwise. The guys look pretty comfortable, pretty confident, and went out and executed at a very high level. Talk about that game. Talk about your guys, and obviously, it was a nice 2.5 hour ride home.
Yes.
Back to South Range.
There a lot of little things that we talked about. You got to get the kids, try to get them focused, you try to understand what we're trying to do and everything else. And we even talked about that today. Why did we practice at 10 o'clock on Wednesday? Well, there's a reason, because if you win, we're going to be playing at 10:30. Okay, why on Thanksgiving do we practice at 10 o'clock? Well, if we win, we're going to be playing on 10 o'clock. And, this is what we're doing. They said, we got to travel 2.5 hours to complain a little bit. If you win, we get the short trip the next week. And they start understanding, there's everything comes around. Everything is, you don't worry about stuff like that because we can't control stuff like that. We couldn't control the 2.5 hour drive, but we had to make the most of it when we got there. And, the kids were excited. They understood that, that I didn't have a wake-up call, and I usually do, but, everybody had plans, which was pretty fun. They were going, we're eating breakfast here. We're going to do this here. We're going to do that there. And everybody had plans. So, why bring them in? Why separate them from what they enjoy doing and the people that they're hanging out with? Because they still would have done it after I got them in there. So just enjoy yourself. Have fun. We're going to load up the buses. We're going to travel. We're going to get off those buses. We had make sure, the parents made sure we had food to eat on the way there and when we got there. So we didn't have to have a big span of no nutrition there. So everything just fell into place. And, we played very, very well. I think we surprised a lot of people on how well we played. And, we did what we were capable of doing. We didn't play above our means. We didn't play below our means. We just played South Range football. And like I said, I'm so proud of them. And, it took more focus than normal because of the 2.5 hour drive. But it took focus because of what they did. And our kids were totally tuned in.
They were locked in.
Oh, they were totally. And, offense and defensively, and made things happen. And I think we caught them off guard, and a lot of other people that weren't sure how we could compete with that level. And I think we surprised a lot of people, which is pretty awesome. And there was no doubt in my mind, or the 66 players in the locker room, there was no doubt in any of their minds. And we executed and got it done.
What's incredible to me is the whole week we're talking about it's going to get done in the trenches. It's going to get done. They're physical. They're nasty. They're hard-nosed. And South Range has never faced anybody like this. And then they do. Yes. They take care of business. TCB, right? So I've seen this team for 6 years, undersized, undervalued, underestimated. and every single time it seems they overcome. What about your big boys, your linemen up front on offense and defensive? Can you say that just they're always up for that challenge?
We've been undersized all year, and that's okay up front. And but one thing that they don't measure is heart. Those guys are pretty special. And Coach Taylor and Coach Foster do a great job preparing them week in and week out, and making sure they know what they're doing and making sure they're executing at a high level. And what we do have is what we have, and we get the most out of them week in and week out, actually up and beyond. We had one returning starter, Chris Colucci, who's running around here.
Right there.
Yeah, we had one returning starter coming back, and he's a 3-year starter at center. It's a good place to start, so we don't have to worry about the snap. But, we had 2 new guards and 2 new tackles, and they've played so well all year. And when we got into the trenches, we were able to block them and establish a running game, and we were able to have time to throw all over the place, and which is huge. And defensively, we have some returners coming there, and defensively, we were able to neutralize their offense and offensive line, and a lot of it was being unselfish. Really is, because those guys were told all week that they can't do what they normally do. They have to make sure that they stay locked in. They got to make sure they got to play heavier, and they have to do the little things. They can't just break off and run and try to make a tackle. We couldn't do that this week. We had to make sure we stayed locked in and that the linebackers run so we could free up them. So we were really playing as defensive linemen, blocking for those linebackers and letting them run. And when things happened, when they did release to a linebacker, then we were free to make the play. But, hats off to those defensive linemen and those linebackers, because they were so focused that night and to shut down a running game that was averaging 40-plus points a game and I don't know how many yards. But, we were locked in, and hats off to them. Coach Rock, who's running around here too, putting together a game plan to stop them. Just tremendous.
The last seconds on Friday, when the clock ticks down to those 000s, what's the first thing crosses your mind?
We did it. That's tough. We finally got there, and it's been a dream for a long time. And like I said, these kids made it happen. We finally get there. We get to play. Get to play for the big one. It's awesome.
So now we turn our attention to Ironton. Ironton, a team that a lot of people thought, hey, Kirtland's out of the way. Ironton's in. Let's slot them as the champion. Let's just crown them now. There's a team standing in their way from South
We're
Range.
going to come ready to play. I mean, we are. And, we had a great practice yesterday and a great practice today. And, we had, it's a whole different – we got to reevaluate, or not reevaluate, redo what we did last week, because it's a whole different team. But luckily, it's more like what we've seen throughout the NE8. And, they have great players. They really do. They'll tell you they have great players.
They
do. They do. And you know what? We have a great team.
Yep.
And I'll take my 11 any day. And I'll take my 66 any day, actually, because they've done everything we've ever asked. Ironton's a great team. They're very well coached. They've been there before. Today during media day that I had to sit through, and a lot of them talked about, they've been there, they're experienced, and this and that, and it doesn't really matter to us. We get a chance to play in this game, and we're going to make it our very best. We're going to do our very best, and we're going to come out ready to play. And like I said, these kids are very driven right now and very focused, and they've did everything to get to this point, and they're not done yet. They really aren't. They're not done.
There aren't often times this year that you've been labeled as the underdog. Is this one of those opportunities? And you cherish those moments because the pressure kind of evaporates and you can kind of let the teeth out a little bit, right?
You know what? You can ask a bunch of people sitting here. I don't know if we are underdogs. I really don't believe that. I can't. They have advantages in certain places, but the way these kids have played all year, I would hate to bet against these guys. I mean, I really would. And they've been so driven, like I said, and so focused. And they realize that, individually they can't win. but together they can. They can win as a group and they can win as a team, and that's why this is such a special group, because it is a family of football players. It's a family that's fighting for the guy next to them. They're fighting for like we said, the past and the present, but they really, really believe that they can win, and they really believe that they're fighting for something bigger than just them. They're fighting for everything. All these guys.
That's incredible. Is it a white jersey week or a burgundy jersey week?
We're visitors. We lost the flip of the coin, so we're visitors, and that's okay. And it's actually good. I'm okay with the white jerseys.
Me too. I think those are the better jerseys. I've talked to you about that for years.
I know, it doesn't matter.
I'm still looking for those burgundy ones you lost in Abu Dhabi or wherever they are.
They're off somewhere. I don't know. Somebody's wearing them, so I hope they're winning too. I hope they're just as successful. So, keep on watching. Liberty wasn't wearing them. I thought they had a good year, and when we played them week 11, and you never know. So I hope they're winning. That's all.
You said there was a special moment. Was it yesterday, day before, when you got a special visitation from a certain Digger?
Oh yeah, Digger Dawson. Digger Dawson has been a friend of ours and a real supporter of South Range for a long time. Through Coach McNay, who was my coach in high school, and him and Digger and Lou Holtz all played together, and they were all there, and Coach McNay came back and coached around, and just phenomenal, phenomenal coach, and Digger married Dyke Beebe's daughter, who was the coach at YSU, the person that invented the flag, the penalty flag, which we saw a lot of the other night. He came by, and he came by just to tell me. He pulled me aside. He said, "Coach McNay would be so proud of you right now." He's smiling, and because this is that was always a dream of his too. When I was a freshman sitting in his classroom breaking down film for him, he would say,
"Not you."
Well, yeah for Yeagley. That's all he kept on saying, and he would constantly say, these are important times, and someday, South Range is going to make something happen and be special. And he was right. South Range is special. It started with him all the way up through, and it is special because the legacy that he left throughout the coaching tree and throughout the players and everything else. Those people, Coach McNay's players, are still watching on YSN from all around, and I hear from them quite often, and it's pretty special. It's a special group, and Digger, stopping by was very special too, because he's not getting around very well anymore. He says, "I'm getting old," but he said, "This is something I had to do," and it was special for me.
That's awesome. Last question for you. We usually end on a funny one, but there's some business to be had here. And because I won't be able to ask you this first, I've got to ask it for you now, because I believe in it with my heart and my soul. What is it going to be like for you as those seconds tick off the clock in a state championship, knowing that for the first time ever, the South Range Raider football team and football program, with all the work that's been done, with all the people that have supported, in your name is going to be at the top of that trophy and the top of those record books and those history books? What is it going to mean to you, and what's going to be going through your mind?
My first thoughts is, thank you to all the people, especially these players. I mean, that has to be the first thought. To get there, you get there because of the special group, and this is a very special group. And those are the young men that deserve it all. You can coach all you want, you can do all you want, you can game plan all you want, but if they don't execute, it doesn't happen. And these young men have done everything to prepare for this moment, and that'd be the first thing, would be say thank you to them, because they deserve it. Yeah, they really do, for all they've done. And be thank you to them, my assistant coaches, obviously, because they're pretty awesome too. So, and the community. Oh my goodness, they're awesome.
How about a round of applause for Coach Yeagley? Dan Yeagley, the South Range head football coach, joining us, putting up with me for 16 weeks.
Thank you, made it rough tonight. I tell you what, I'm just, this is a rough night. We're doing a lot lot of hope and a lot of thanks. And thank you. It's been a wild ride for us.
Yeah.
You two, and to get what you do to present these kids and get them exposed is unbelievable. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor. It seriously is an honor and a pleasure. And to sit down with you, I mean, they see the 20 minutes that we talk every day. They see it in person now, but they don't see the other 40 that you spend with me, mentoring me through my personal life and my challenges. So thank you. I appreciate it. Anything last to say?
Go Raiders.
There it is. We'll be back with a slew of seniors right here on your sports network.
It means the world to me to know that what we're doing is impacting people. And whether it's simply I got to watch my son or daughter when I was out of town, or we just love watching YSN. We love what you do for our son or daughter. So whenever someone says thank you or someone is appreciative of what we're doing, it tells me everyone at YSN is doing what we initially set out to do, which is shine a light on these athletes and help them kind of promote themselves. My name is Anthony Hartwig, and my sports network is your sports network.
Locally owned and operated, Sheely's relaxed shopping experience means browsing and lounging is always encouraged.
Find Flex Deal and more at Sheely's Furniture and Appliance, because the best things in life happen at home.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the South Range Raiders Show. I am joined at this time by senior Jake Starkey. Give it up for Jake. Yeah, see, you got your own cheering section out there.
He's crazy.
Second time around.
Yep.
First time you were comfortable as anything. I don't know if it's because we get to hang out in Myrtle Beach or whatever it is, but it's nice. You got to interview with 21 this week, so you're getting your face out there, man. What's it like to be a media darling?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really get many interviews these days. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if I'm being honest.
These days? What is your day? Walk me through a day in the life of Jake Starkey.
I don't know. I go to school, go back to football practice, and I come back home. That's it.
That's it. He's a simple kind of guy. Simple kind of dude. All right. So a little birdie told me that this isn't really your first championship that you've been around. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
So walk me through that. Who's been around a championship setting in your family?
I mean, my dad, he coached at St. Henry, won a couple state titles. I mean, he had 15 years of coaching. He was pretty good. He won one in 2004 and then 2006. So, yeah.
That guy back there.
Yeah, that guy back there.
State champ. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two, and you've been around it. But I wanted to bring this up because I've got a little picture that was sent to me earlier this week. Now, nobody else can see it, What the little guy? No, stay over there. Stay over there. Look at the resemblance between that guy over here and that little guy. What are you doing in that picture?
I don't know. I was too young. I can't remember that.
What it looks like you were ready to deliver a speech before your dad was.
I don't know. Maybe I was.
What year was that, Jeff?
Was 2006.
That was 2006? Okay, so you've been around state championships before. This isn't your first rodeo. First rodeo playing in one. What do you like? What's going through your mind? I mean, did you take anything? Did you absorb anything through that time that you spent with your dad and those players and that coaching staff that you're applying here this week?
I mean, the way I see it is like, my dad won a state championship, right? Why can't I win one this coming up Friday? I just gotta do it. I gotta do what I have to do.
I like that. I'll take that. From a standpoint of what this week's been like for you. I mean, you want to bottle it. I was telling somebody, for me, I want to bottle it up, but I also want it to be over. Like the anxiety's through the roof.
Oh yeah, I was after our Liberty game. I started thinking about Ironton. I was so nervous. I tell my dad that all the time. I'm like, I'm nervous. But you know what? As soon as you start playing Friday, everything just goes away. That's when it starts getting better.
It seems like you guys, I mean, it's before the first hit. It seems like you guys get out there for your warm-ups and you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
The mentality just clicks like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it pretty much like all started, I don't remember what week it was, but we were playing Mooney. And, we all walked out. We got excited. I was the first one to start screaming, and then everyone else was doing it. And then, we just kept it going on from there. That's been our pregame warm-up. And, I think having that really gets us ready for the game. I think being louder than the other team is intimidating. I feel like it's dominant. I feel like when you have that, when you win pregame, you win the game. That's the way I see it.
I like that. I mean, you haven't lost too many pregames this season either.
Heck no.
From your standpoint, this defense is different, right? Coach Yeagley talked about it. These guys have players, but you have a team. The way you guys tackle, I mean, it's almost like an art form. It's one guy gets the ball and then like 11 to the ball at all times. As one of the guys that's like always at the ball, talk to me about what it's like to have your teammates always, always, always have your back.
I mean, I love it. It's not, you don't really have many people who do that very often. And that's what's very special about our team. When you're playing with the guy right beside you for him and, all your other teammates, I mean, that's something truly special. And when you have that every play, that's when we start, that's just how it works. I don't know how else to explain it.
You click. I mean, and it's something you said it's special, right? It's something that not everybody has. Every coach says we want 11 hats to the ball, but never quite gets 11 hats to the ball every play. South Range is different in that way because there's 11 burgundy logoless helmets at the ball at all times. So for you as a guy, like, don't take this the wrong way, I compare you to like a Ray Lewis. You're always there. Your number's always being called. Why is it so special for you to be the first guy on the crime scene?
Well, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just the better player on the field, I guess.
I like that. You got to take that. You got to take that mentality, right? All the time. All right. So we've done the heroes and stuff like that. We've talked about your dad. We've obviously talked about your brothers last time. For you, week 16, what does it mean to you to be here, to have this opportunity that no other Raider class, senior class, or any other class has had before Friday morning, I guess?
Yeah. We've been dreaming of this moment. We've been preparing, seniors preparing for this moment for like 4 years and they don't even know it. They never knew about it. It's very, very special, to be, because we've been working so hard for this ever since day one. They've been, I was still wrestling at the time, so I'm not sure how long ago they were talking about this before, me. But, we've been talking about it for a while now. And, now we just, now that we got here, now we just got to win it, right?
I love it. I'm excited for it. All right, last question for you.
All right.
And I'm going to ask everybody this. I already asked Colucci this last time. Who is getting the trophy first? Who do you want to see have the trophy first whenever you guys win it?
I think Coach Yeagley deserves to get the trophy first. He's been coaching for a very, very long time. He deserves this moment. I mean, he deserves this moment the most. And, I would love to see him just hold that trophy nice and high for everyone to see what great accomplishment he had that night or that morning. I don't know.
I know it's tough saying morning, right?
Yeah,
we're used to 7:00 games.
Yeah.
Which will be ready for a 10:30 morning game. What's going to go through your mind when you get that trophy? Like, what have you been through that when that thing finally, we speak it into existence on Friday morning, what are you going to be thinking about?
I don't know. I don't usually grab the trophy.
Well, you better get a picture with it or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I will.
Trust me, your wife won't believe you unless there's a picture.
Not unless I have the ring.
Good point. Anything going through? I mean, the hard work, the dedication, the long hours. What do you think's gonna go through your mind?
God, I don't.
It's tough. I know. It's tough to think about.
I don't know.
Your dad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you gonna when you talk in front of the entire community? Are you gonna make your dad stand next to you like he did in 2006?
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. Yeah.
We'll get the picture. We'll swap it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Jake Starkey, everybody. We'll be back with Shane Lindstrom right after this on the Raiders Show.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun, it all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
And welcome back. A little bit of a surprise as we have Coach Dave Rock, the defensive coordinator of the South Range Raiders. How about a welcome for him? All right, Coach. Let's start it out. I mean, I was told, and I quote, earmuffs for kids. The offense for South Range is sexy, but the defense is going to win championships. When you hear that, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I think our job's pretty easy with the way our offense moves the ball, and not just the way they move the ball, but the way they control the tempo of the game. And we're just lucky to be able to have them. And we just try to we lay low on defense and just try to get them the ball back.
Okay, I don't know if this is for public consumption, but I was told tonight that if there's no running clock, the state championship doesn't count. Is that accurate or? Oh
man, we'll take it where we can get it. As long as we're bringing the trophy back, we don't care how we get it.
Snitches get stitches, Colucci.
That's right.
This defense has been phenomenal. It's been, I mean, everything that you guys have been up against every single week for the last 15 weeks, people have counted you out. The secondary is not strong enough. The linemen are undersized. The linebackers are slow. Everything that they've said, you guys have counteracted, and that's been your kind of first line, no pun, of defense. Talk to me about that. I mean, you're an inspirational dude. You get in there and you're closer to these guys' age than most coaches. And
Not
so,
for long.
Oh,
I'm
those
pulling
knees
away.
feeling it, huh?
I'm pulling away.
What is it? I mean, do you take take things personal that you see, that you read, that you hear, and you take it into the locker room and say, hey, guys, they're counting you out. What are you going to do about it?
I mean, I think as a program, we all do. South Range was playing great defense, obviously, long before I was here. And Coach Yeagley would probably tell you we were playing good defense before he was even here. I think I mean, the secret sauce, if you will, is I think the community, the kids we have, the way they prepare, the way we can coach them. There's a lot of times we show up on Monday or on Tuesday, and Jake was in here today watching film with me. He already knew what he wanted to key and what he wanted to look at. And, I think they're a group that really understands the process of preparing, and they take a lot of pride in playing good defense. And me and Coach Yeagley were joking around earlier just by ourselves. And, there was a period there where it seemed like everybody was in a shootout every week. It was a 50-49 game across the state of Ohio. And I give Coach Yeagley, a ton of credit. His expectations for the way we play defense at South Range never changed. I don't think he ever was okay with playing shootouts. I think, fortunately, I don't know how other teams practice, but I think we're lucky, and our offense has been accommodating that. As a program, defense is still something we take a lot of pride in, and that's really just, Coach Yeagley's defensive guy at heart, and I think that's been a huge advantage for us.
What I find incredible is this place has always been home to you. Right?
Yeah.
This is your home. You've never steered away from home, and Coach Yeagley said, once you're one of us, you're always one of us. What does it mean for you to wear that cap, to go out on Friday nights, Friday mornings, and go out and represent South Range each and every week?
Yeah, I mean, it's a special place, obviously. Long before before any of these guys were born, it was from the time when I was just a little kid on the hill. You know what I mean? This has been, I wouldn't know what to do on a Friday night if I wasn't watching South Range, so yeah, it's a special place, and even beyond the football program, just the community and what they do what they've done for me and what they've done for so many of the kids that we care about, and our families. And so, yeah, it's pretty special. I'm excited that these guys get a chance to kind of put it on the big stage and show the whole state, how special our community is.
I mean, have you had a chance to talk to these guys about, when you were in their shoes, when you were in their cleats and representing the range, you dreamt of this moment? Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I try not to talk about, when I was here, these guys do it a lot better than we ever did it. They win a lot more than we ever won. And to be honest with you, I take a lot more pride in watching them play and the way they play the game than back then. I mean, don't get me wrong, special times, and I'm sure just like anybody else that's ever played somewhere, like there's times I'm envious that I don't get to suit up with them, but I'd much rather watch them do their thing on Friday nights than do it myself. That's for sure. All right, a couple personal questions here. So you were a doggone good football player back in your day. Who reminds you a little bit of yourself that's in this locker room? Oh man, they all do it better than I did it. I don't know. I don't think I would play on this team, to be honest. I really don't. Like, I don't. I think I'd probably be. I'd be working really hard to find a scout team spot, but I don't know. They're just. The game's so much different now, than what it was then. But I'd have to say, probably my man Joey Plunkett. Oh man! Now, yeah, I'd say Joey. Joey. Did you have that much swag? No, I didn't. No, but we have a similar. I feel like personality, which is probably not. I'm sorry to say that, Joe, but yeah, I feel like we have a similar personality, and I don't know. We. I think both of us. Like, I understood that there were some things that. Physically, I had to do some things mentally to compensate for some things that I might have lacked in different departments. I think Joe does a good job preparing, and yeah, I'd say Joe, to be honest with you. I like it. All right, so obviously you transitioned from player to coach. Who's the next coach at South Range? Who can you see putting a headset on one day? Hopefully nobody for a long I'm
all of us as coaches, I think, would tell you, like, we're really, really spoiled. Just everything that Dan means to us. Hopefully nobody for a long time.
Getting to that, who do you want to see touch the trophy first on Friday?
I mean, I think it's got to be Coach Yeagley. I mean, he is South Range football. He's the only South Range football guy I've ever met. You know what I mean? As far as, when you think about South Range, you talk about it statewide. He's he's so respected by teams that we play against, by players that we've played against, by the community. I mean, it's crazy, now that I am a coach and realize what it takes each year. It's just amazing to see how well he's done, how long he's done it, and just with the class that he's done it and the impacts that he's made, not just on the players, just on the students that don't even play football, on the community, the things that I'm privy to seeing that he does behind the scenes, that nobody ever notices, and he doesn't want to be noticed, is pretty humbling, and it's pretty amazing what a great guy he is, and what a difference he's made, for a whole community.
All right. So, by the way, that was awesome. That was phenomenal. Last question I have for you, but I gotta preface this because I was fortunate enough to have you guys allow me and my son to go onto the sidelines on Thanksgiving Day for a little behind the scenes practice. And so you let Z tackle you a little bit. So I guess the only question I have left for you is who hits harder, my son or Shane Lindstrom?
Oh God. Yeah. It's not close. Your son. Shane's an ankle biter. You know what I mean? Where your son gets in deep and brings it. So yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to have him play for you and Coach Yeagley and all the other staff someday.
I'll take them both, though. I'll take them both.
You got it.
Yeah.
Dave Rock, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back right after this on YSN.
Locally owned and operated, Sheely's relaxed shopping experience means browsing and lounging is always encouraged.
Find Flex Deal and more at Sheely's Furniture and Appliance, because the best things in life happen at home.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legends here in Boardman, Ohio, which, by the way, want to make sure everybody knows that if you are not going to the game, Legends will be open here. They will have both games, both South Range and Canfield on Friday, so come here. The bar and the dining room are going to be open, so make sure you get here if you're not going to be at Canton with us, and certainly if you can't be either place, turn on YSN and listen to it for free. Right here on ysnlive.com. A guy that is very familiar to the program and very familiar to the end zone, Mr. Shane Lindstrom. Hi, buddy.
Hi. Thanks
Good
for
to see
having
you.
me.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Yes.
Question for you. I was just trying to make a joke because that's what you said every question last week to JP. All right, so yeah, I got a question for you. Special week for you guys. I mean, we talk about it all the time, how special this group is, and that's a word that really describes this team. Did you ever think you'd be here? I mean, yes, you are the eternal optimist, 100% with certainty. Did you ever think that you'd be sitting here week 16 with your guys and fighting for the state championship?
I knew it was possible with the team that we had, but I never let myself think, ahead kind of. I was just, we're so focused on getting better every day, every week that I kind of don't like to think that far ahead. But I dreamed about it for sure, playing in the state championship game, winning. But and to be honest, no, I'd say I didn't think that. I didn't think about this moment right now.
Dreamed about it, you say, right?
Dreamed about it.
All right. So what did you dream about when you're dreaming about the state championship? How does it go?
South Range wins. It's the most important thing.
It's a good dream.
Yeah.
Were you in the white uniforms or the burgundy?
I don't remember.
Oh,
it was a foggy dream.
Okay. From your perspective, things that you want to do Friday morning because you guys are leaving, what, 7?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to sleep Thursday into Friday?
I mean, I'll figure out a way to sleep. I mean, but yeah, I think I'll be able to sleep. I mean, I'll try not to think about football. That's usually what's helped me go to sleep, is just think about something else. But yeah, I'll, wake up like it's a normal school day. I'll have my stuff ready and just get on the bus.
We talk about it all the time. If they stop 11, they don't stop 24. If they stop 24, they don't stop 20. If they stop 20, they don't stop 11. The three-headed monster, man, it lives, and it's a living, breathing animal in that South Range locker room. You guys put it on full display last Friday. How did it feel?
It felt great, but it goes even deeper than that. There's Billy, Blake, Aiden, Ty, all of them. It's it must be a defensive coordinator's nightmare. I mean, it's just so great to have, so many great players, on this team. And not only that, but just great people, people that are always, going to be there for you and, always, working to be their best.
There was something in my head, wasn't there?
I don't know.
Okay. From your standpoint, dude, the human highlight reel. I mean, you did it again on Friday. We were talking about it in the gym yesterday. You're going one way. Somehow the dude hits you hits you on the hip?
Yeah, kind of on the hip.
And you just completely just left-turned it. No blinker, no nothing. You just took off running. What is it like? I mean, it's got to be fun because everybody wants to be you because you're the video game, right? You're the human video game that everybody wants to play. And then you go home and watch your clips. And what do you think when you watch them?
It's weird because in the moment, you don't think you're doing what you're doing, and it's cool to see. And yeah, I mean, you just don't really think about it in the moment. You just go,
So when you're on the same side as Aiden and you guys line up in the Killer L set, as we call it on YSN, what's going? I mean, you guys almost read each other's minds. I mean, obviously you got the play drawn up, but you know almost who's going to get the ball when when it's snapped.
Yeah, even when the play is called, we kind of figure what's who's going to get the ball based on the route we're running or the coverage that they're playing or the matchups. So it's nice. Me and him, we've played football together for 5 years. This is our 5th year.
Yeah.
And lining up with him at receiver, it's been truly a blessing.
I mean, talk about this whole. I mean, you're on defense too, but let's talk about the offense, right? Everybody knows that you guys can score, right? But at the end of the day, the pressure's on because this is a state title. There's nobody else. Every step of the way, it's been, well, wait till you face Mooney. Well, wait till you face this team. Wait till you face this team. Wait till you face Garfield. Does it ever get old for you, or do you use that as kind of like motivation to get out there and show them, okay, wait till we face them?
It doesn't really get to any of us because, the people that say that, they're not, in our locker room. They're not on the field practicing with us. And, the most important people are the people that are, in the locker room and on the field. So when people say that, I mean, yeah, I guess it gives us motivation, but we really don't think much of it when people, say stuff about us because we know who we are.
I was gushing about you to your dad, which I'm sure he hears it all the time. But, I mean, you're the kind of kid that I hope my kid grows up to be like. I hope that my daughter dates, and she's never getting married, so she needs to date you. But it's one of those things, dude. You are a great human being, and you're an eternal, like I said, an eternal optimist. How do you get that? Is it people doubt you all the time? They doubt you because of your size. They doubt you because X, Y, Z. There's a bunch of variables. How do you get to where you are and the mindset that you have now with everything that you have to overcome on a daily basis?
My parents, they mean so much to me, and I wouldn't be where I am without them. And like my, oh man,
it's okay.
My dad, he tells me how it is. Sorry.
You're okay. Take your time.
My dad tells me that, I'm doubted and I'm small and that people are gonna doubt me, but
you got it, buddy.
He always gives me confidence, says I can do it. And my mom, she can tell me I can fly, she tells me I can do anything. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am.
Proud of you. That's awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing, all right? We love you. And I'm going to tell you another thing, is that Friday, if there's anybody that doubts you, they're going to learn real quick that 11 is going to be standing on that platform holding a championship trophy when nobody else thought they could do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Lindstrom. We'll be back right after this.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Clem.
Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists.
Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats.
Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Mill Creek Metro Parks is your park for all seasons. Make a memory in the park. Plan your visit today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legends here in Boardman. One last interview to close out the night. Another guy that you're very familiar with, and you will be even more familiar with in the coming years as Chris Colucci, Mr. YSN, makes his last appearance here on the South Range Raiders show. My brother, thank you so much for always joining. I mean, this is what 4 for you this year, and you still have wrestling. You've got some appearances. You're going to be like you are part of the family, but literally, like, you're on YSN more than I am, dude.
Hey,
And that's good. You got the looks, you got the swagger, you got the hair.
I got the
obviously.
hat too.
Oh, you do have the
I
hat.
got the YSN hat where you can
do.
get it at ysnlive.com. So.
No, you can't though. But good,
Oh, you
good plug.
can't?
No,
Well,
but
you
I
can get other
appreciate the
stuff at
effort. I
ysnlive.com.
appreciate the effort. All right, man. Let's talk about how special. I mean, we talked about it. You've talked about it. Shane, the eternal optimist, but you're maybe a half a step behind him when it comes to that, as being the guy that's always, sunny side up. You're in the state championship, dude. I mean, you talked about it. But listen, you've lived this before. This is not your first rodeo, my friend, because you are already a state champion.
Mhm.
What tutelage, that's a 5-point word in Scrabble, what tutelage are you giving these guys in this locker room this week about going into a state championship setting, the mindset that you have to have, and what is going to unfold before Friday even happens?
First off, hats off to Shane. That interview was awesome. Shane's just a great leader. I love him to death. We've built such a great relationship this whole year and the last 3 years. So
speak up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, hats off to Shane. I love him to death. But just the mojo in the locker room's like, we've came this far. We gotta win. Where everyone's got high hopes and we're ready to go. I know it's 10:30 in the morning, but we don't care. We just want to play football.
You'll never see a party at 10:30 in the morning like you'll see on
Nope.
Friday, huh?
Nope.
All right. I mean, I talked to Coach Rock. I talked to Coach Yeagley about this line. You're the leader of this line, and you're constantly being critiqued because you're undersized, right? Everybody you play against is bigger than you, is faster than you, is stronger than you, so to speak. Tell me about that. I mean, how do you take that? I mean, that's like cereal to you now. You're literally eating it every single week.
Haters motivate us. We were running onto the field for warm-ups last week, and we got booed. So we were all loving it too. That just fuels our fire. But being the little guy, or I'm not so little, but the little guy for an offensive lineman, it's
you're not as big as your dad, so calm down.
He's a pretty big dude.
He's a big fella.
I like it. I like being hate on because then I can go show what I can prove and
dance.
Yeah, it's
Can you do that just a little bit?
Dance?
Do your whatever that is.
A little
there
whip.
it is.
Yeah.
Is that the whip or the nay-nay?
That's the whip.
Okay.
I got made fun of that. I got made fun of that. For
Why?
doing that? I don't know. I think it's cool.
Anytime a lineman does the whip or dances in general, everybody should celebrate.
I don't care.
I can appreciate that. I mean, Ironton, right? That's the team keeping you away from a state championship right now. You've got 3 days before you meet up with them. What's going through your mind? You're watching film. What are you seeing?
They got good guys everywhere. I don't think I would rather take a whole team than a few guys going to big Division I schools. We have a great team. I'd rather take our team than any big D1 player. I know what our team can do, and I know our team's going to win Friday morning.
Does it intimidate you when you hear, Wisconsin, Cincinnati?
Nope.
Why?
Rather take the team over one individual player. I'll take as many guys as we can than I will one singular player.
You guys have been there before, though, right? It's not like you haven't played a Division I player before. You played a pretty doggone good Division I player last year in TC Caffey and stopped them to 48 yards, I believe the tally was.
Yeah. Hats off to our coaches. They get us ready, and they're getting us ready this week. We're Coach Yeagley always says we're focusing on South Range. We're focusing on us, and we know they're key players. We know we're going to shut them down, and we're going to come out victorious Monday.
What does this win, above all other wins, going to mean to you? And when the clock strikes 0 on Friday at it should be about noon, 12:30-ish?
It's going to be awesome. Have the first state title ever to come back to South Range for football is going to be amazing. Coach Yeagley's been coaching for 30 years, and getting him his first state title is going to be awesome.
And you said, from your standpoint, who do you want to touch the trophy?
Oh, Coach Yeagley, hands down. No, he's been Coach Yeagley.
Or is this going to be, I don't know, maybe it's just me and I watch too many Disney movies. Is this a situation where you carry him off the field?
He may get an ice bath after the game.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh,
don't do that.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't say that. But yeah, he's just been awesome. He's always someone you can go talk to. I've had a lot of long talks with him about future stuff I want to do college sports, whatever. But Coach Yeagley's always been always a great guy, and I can always go and talk to him, and I know I can talk to him one-on-one.
All right. You told me before you came up here, you were so excited to tell me, because the last time you were up here, you said there was one person that you wanted to do this for.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother's coming up.
He's coming home. He texted me right after the game. When I got back to the locker room, the first text on my phone was, I booked my plane ticket Thursday. So he's coming up. He'll be here Thursday.
And what did that mean to you?
I just put a smile. I mean, I was already smiling, but my grin got bigger. He means a lot to me. I don't get to see him that much. He lives in Florida. But, that he's coming up just to come watch me play and taking time out of his busy schedules, it's awesome for me.
All right, last question for you, dude. Win, lose, or draw, what do you want people to know about this South Range team that they won't know after Friday?
We're just one big happy family. We really will do anything. This South Range team, we've really built a brotherhood. We're so happy to be a part of South Range, and I mean everyone here, the community, our athletic director, Mr. Farron, everyone here is just very supportive of us.
You wanted to do something before we leave?
Come on out, boys.
They want them too?
Oh yeah, come on. So we all together as seniors and all the football players here, we all wanted to say thank you to Legends, thank you to all our parents, thank you to the administration, thank you to coaches, Coach Yeagley, Coach Raw, Coach Toy. Thank you to everyone, all the parents, everyone, Legends, for having and supporting us. This is truly awesome, and we're bringing home a state title Friday morning.
That is going to do it. From all of us here at YSN, we thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in. Go Raiders, go Cardinals, go Eagles this weekend. And if you can't get to Canton, get here to Legends. They'll have the games on for you starting at 10:30 this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. So long. Go Raiders. Hoist the colors.